welcome. This is your chakra clear out for July, part of my Anarchist Medicine series. It's the first Wednesday of the month at 9 a.m., and you can sign up to be alerted about future live guided visualizations at charnakacell.com. Today's meditation is going to be focused on reflecting about structure. And one of the things that I see is that people tend to fall into two different camps. And one of them is someone who has a lot of gung-ho energy to get a new habit going, and they may start it, but they have a really hard time maintaining it. While somebody else might, they're more timid about change, more reluctant. And so they have a hard time getting their energy galvanized in order to start the thing. But once they do, they're able to actually fall into and commit to a consistent rhythm. Of course, there's lots of range, but this is two general camps that I see. And this is an opportunity for us to look at what is structure and how do we create it for ourselves. So there's internal structure and external structure. External structure can look like things that you choose or don't choose, but there's jobs, your relationship, there's commitments in our relationships. There's also things that we put in place like exercise and meditation, our habits, what we consume, the food, the media that we consume, our structure and logistics around timing. What are the ways, like what do we have in place when we wake up in the morning, when we go to sleep at night, when we come home from work, when we leave for work? All of these are micro transitions, and all of these are moments to make new choices and implement small rituals or actions that support what we're trying to build in a bigger way in the rest of our life. And one thing I want to acknowledge is that our structures are ever evolving. So there might be a season where a certain thing rules your life, like a yoga training. I literally function based on seasons because I'm a gardener. And so I think a lot about what do I need to do in preparation for this next season. And of course, if you're working on a creative project, there's a certain amount of planning and structuring that you need to be engaged in. So today we're working with one part of our internal structure, which is the chakra system. And as we move through that, keep in mind that each center correlates with something that influences how you structure your life. You'll see what I mean as I go through what each chakra is associated with. Okay. So let's begin. If this is your first time joining, I might encourage you to go back and listen to previous recordings so that it might be easier for you to follow. But just remember that even if you're not particularly visual, energy follows intention and attention. So wherever you're intending to put your energy, it will go there. So as I guide you through, if it's too fast a pace, you can always redo the meditation later. So previously, we've covered calling your energy back to you, learning how to use energy that is bigger than you to run it through your system. And we've gone through clearing out all the energy centers. And one thing to remember is each chakra is associated with different belief systems. It will become clear if this is your first time going through your chakras, and I will guide you through what each one is associated with. And so before you close your eyes, I just want to guide you to take your fingers, put them over the top of your ears. Now take one and put it on the top of your head, and where your two fingers meet in the center of your head is where you're going to be placing your focus and your attention. Then what we're going to be doing is we're going to be focusing simultaneously in the center of the head and going through each of the energy centers. Also, keeping your eyes open, imagining that the energy flows through the top of your head, down either side of your spine. With each inhale, you're drawing energy from the sun down through the top of your head. You're also drawing energy up through the soles of your feet, up your legs, and right in the bowl of your pelvis. It's going to go up the front of your body, branch off at your collarbones, go down your arms and out your hands. So each inhale, you're drawing energy like this. With each exhale, you're exhaling it down and out your hands, out, down your legs, out your feet, out your tailbone, and out the top of your head. I will keep repeating this and guiding you through. You can go ahead and close your eyes. Take a big breath, feeling your sits bones in your chair, on your bed, feeling your belly fill with breath. Slowly filling your belly, feeling the rise and fall. Putting your attention in the center of your head, say to yourself, I call all of my energy back to me. From wherever I've left it, whomever I've left it with, imagining it can consolidate around you in a semi-permeable bubble of protection and arm's length out, above your head, below your feet, side to side, and front to back. Resting your attention in the center of your head, say your own name to yourself. You're claiming this space and time for yourself. And observe, there might be a hole in the back of your energy bubble or the side. Just notice if there's any holes and go ahead and imagine you can fill them in with your own energy, making it a smooth, semi-permeable bubble of protection that allows in whatever feels nourishing to you, and you can release and let go of what is not yours. It just gently moves out of your space. Setting this intention for this practice. So resting your attention in the center of your head, put a drop of gold that will help you focus. You can keep coming back to that. And from there, it goes all the way down, out your tailbone. Imagine you can drop a taproot like a tree or an anchor, a grounding cord all the way down, 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 down into the center of the earth. You can also extend them from your feet. Sitting in your chair, you can even extend them from the legs of the chair or the legs of your bed, so that you're anchoring yourself in this present moment. There are so many things that pull our attention. And today we are going to be focused on structure. What is our internal and external structure? What do we intentionally or unintentionally create for ourselves? And how can we be more intentional? All of your habits and the things that you automatically do, or your operating system, is part of your structure. Choosing to be here this morning We are working with the chakras, which are a structure, an internal structure. And by choosing to move and shift and guide your energy, you are conducting and building a very intentional structure. So resting your attention in the center of your head, having extended those grounding cords. As you inhale, you're drawing energy, the vibrant, energizing solar energy from the sun down through the top of your head, trusting that as much as you need is flowing down either side of your spine. And as you inhale, you're also drawing it up through the soles of your feet, up your legs, and the groundedness of the earth, and the perfect blend of grounded and energizing energy. As you exhale, flows back down your legs, out your feet, flows up the front of your body, down your arms, out your hands, and flows out the top of your head and out your tailbone. So just as you inhale, you're drawing it down to the top of your head. As you inhale, you're drawing it up through the soles of your feet, flows up your legs, flows down your back. As you exhale, it's flowing up the front of your body, down your arms, out your hands, out the top of your head, back down, out your feet. And trusting that as we're going, this is always happening in the background. You are drawing energy bigger than you through your system so that you're not having to run your life solely through a single battery. Think of it as a backup battery. And it's also reciprocity. You're in a reciprocal relationship with the earth and with the sun, and you're allowing this energy to flow through you. So resting your attention in the center of your head, go ahead and put a drop of gold in your first chakra. Your first chakra relates to community, work, family, money, groups. And so as we were discussing structure, think about how all of these structures impact you. And what do you actually want to believe? How do you want to be impacted? You get to choose what you keep and what supports what you're building now versus being influenced by and controlled by the past beliefs of your family, of your church, of any community you participate in, where there might be some dissonance. So in this moment, as you put a drop of gold in your first chakra, which is your root, between your sits bones, your pelvic floor, go ahead and put a dumpster outside your bubble of protection. And resting your attention in the center of your head as you expand this gold in your first chakra, you're moving out any thoughts, feelings, and beliefs that don't belong to you, that you've inherited, that are not supporting what you are currently creating in your life. This is a big one. There can be a lot of restriction we place on ourselves because of belief systems we've inherited. Expand the gold in your first chakra. Moving out anything that no longer serves you. And when your first chakra is filled, go ahead and blow up the dumpster. Turn it to gold. Whatever's yours comes back to you. What's not yours gets composted by the universe. Resting your attention in the center of your head, put a drop of gold in your second chakra. So the bottom three chakras they relate to safety and security. And so track the beliefs that are arising as we're doing this process, and know that you are creating more structures for more safety if you've historically felt unsafe in your body, unsafe in relationships, and unsafe in the world. So resting your attention in the center of your head, your second chakra, if you have ovaries, or is between your ovaries, below your belly button. Putting a drop of gold there. Also remembering I have this grounding cord, and anything that doesn't serve me can also gently move out of my space, out through my feet, out through my tailbone. But go ahead and put that dumpster outside your bubble of protection. And intending that any thoughts, feelings, and beliefs that relate to my creative and sexual self-expression, anything that inhibits me being fully self-expressed, gets to move out of my space. So there might be beliefs that you've inherited that prevent you from prioritizing your creative work, that prevent you from fully inhabiting your sexual self-expression. And if those are things that you want to prioritize in your life, or that you want to be in full bloom, see the images or the words, the beliefs, things that don't belong to you anymore, anything that's not you in this present moment, gently gets to be moved out of your space into that dumpster. Use your breath. If it feels sticky, so while your first chakra correlates with relationships to groups of people, and your second is one-on-one relationships, you also feel into people from your second chakra. You gather information unconsciously. You feel into others. And see if you can feel into yourself in this moment, keeping your attention and energy on yourself. So as you've expanded that gold, and your second chakra is now filled, and that dumpster has any debris that no longer serves you, go ahead and blow it up, turn it to gold. Whatever's yours comes back to you, and what's not yours gets composted. Resting your attention in the center of your head, go ahead and put a drop of gold in your third chakra, which is between your ribs. This is your solar plexus. And your solar plexus is about personal power. So this is relationship with yourself. Are you aligned with yourself? What structures do you have in place in your life? What practices support you to feel empowered and support you being aligned with your values and what really matters to you? Resting your attention in the center of your head, putting that dumpster outside your third chakra, start to expand the gold. Moving out thoughts, feelings, and beliefs that disempower you. that prevent you, that I can't, I'm not good enough. Often women have been taught to really dial down the aperture of this energy center, so allowing it to be fully open and expansive. This can feel scary. There could be beliefs that there are repercussions to being in your power. So breathing through that, allowing that belief to move out into the dumpster, and really seeing what are the structures, what are the habits I need to create? What do I need to believe in order to operate in my life empowered and in alignment? As you expand that gold and everything moves into that dumpster that no longer serves you, go ahead and blow it up, turn it to gold. Whatever's yours comes back to you. What's not yours gets composted into the universe. So feeling this, feeling your bottom 3 chakras filled with gold, feeling yourself anchored in your chair with those tap roots extending down from the chair, from your tailbone, from your feet. What is it like to feel grounded inside yourself and in this moment? What is it like to feel this bubble of protection around you? Intending to build structures that support you. Putting a drop of gold in your 4th chakra. So you're resting your attention in the center of your head, and you're also viewing what's happening in your 4th chakra. Put a dumpster outside the bubble of protection in front of your 4th chakra, your heart center. This is where you feel aligned. You feel affinity with yourself. You feel love for others, compassion for self and others, and forgiveness for self and others. What do you know about this? What were you taught in your family? Did people get cut off and disowned? Were they forgiven for doing certain things? Were they banished? There can be a lot of wounding here. People can have crushed hearts or pulled back hearts. So in this moment, intending, putting that drop of gold there, starting to expand and clear out any thoughts, feelings, and beliefs that don't belong to you in this present moment, that never were yours, but you inherited. What needs to move out of this center for you to fully embrace and express love to yourself and others? What gets in the way? What is an old operating system that no longer serves? What old love, what family member, old boss, who's occupying space in this center when there could be more room for you to feel love? So thinking of forgiveness is just calling your energy into present time so that you have it available for you. Because that's your life force. And then you can use it, you can conduct it in the way that best serves what you are growing and developing currently. Using your breath, expanding the gold, filling your heart. Everything moves into that dumpster. And go ahead and blow that dumpster up. Turn it to gold, dust. Whatever comes back to you through the top of your head is yours, and what doesn't is not yours to keep. It gets recycled and composted by the universe. Putting a drop of gold in your fifth, which is your throat center. Bubble, putting your dumpster outside your bubble of protection. And your throat center is all about your intuitive voice. In this case, how do you speak to yourself? Also, what prevents or encourages you being heard in the world? Are you listening to your internal guidance? So there are messages that we receive from family, from society, about whether we get to have a voice, whether we get to be heard, whether our voice is valued. So in this moment, as you expand the gold and you're moving thoughts, feelings, and beliefs that no longer serve you, that were never yours, that you inherited, letting all of that move into that dumpster. Building the structure in your throat, in your fifth chakra, for you to trust your intuitive voice, for you to hear yourself, and for you to change your self-talk. How do you want to speak to yourself to encourage what you want to create? Every time we criticize ourselves or say what's not possible, we are creating a structure. And often this voice was not ours. We learned it from our caretakers or from society or from a church. This is a moment to liberate your voice. Energetically clear out what is not yours. Let it land in that dumpster. Use your breath. See this center expanding and filling with gold, creating room for what wants to be spoken. And as that dumpster fills with gold, or fills with debris, fills with what's not yours, you're asserting, I release and let go of what is not mine and what no longer serves me. Go ahead and blow up that dumpster, turn it to gold. Whatever's yours comes back to you. What's not yours gets composted. So take a moment, pause. Just as in life, how we're always focused on the future, we're often oriented towards what we haven't accomplished yet. Pause to notice what's going on here. How does it feel to have your first through fifth chakra filled with gold, the core of your body? What does that feel like? Does it feel any different than when we started? What difference would it make if I did this every day? Or maybe even multiple times a day? Think of how often you shower. This is internal showering. Resting your attention in the center of your head, go ahead and put a drop of gold in your 6th energy center. This is between your eyebrows. This is your intuitive vision. So any thoughts, feelings, and beliefs that impact or interfere with you trusting your intuitive vision, putting the dumpster outside your bubble of protection, start to move out anything that no longer serves you. What structures or practices would support the vision that you have for your life and for humanity and for this planet? You may see things, and then there may be old belief systems or beliefs of other people that interfere with you trusting what you see. As you expand this gold, moving out other people's visions for what future should be, or what your life should look like. Moving out those images, moving out those phrases, those words. Everything moves into the dumpster. Again, pausing, feeling yourself filled with gold. Noticing if this feels different. Appreciating yourself in this moment for taking this time. Resting your attention in the center of your head. Put a drop of gold in your 7th chakra, which is above your head. Put a dumpster outside your bubble of protection. Your 7th chakra relates to intuitive knowing. And this is about also receiving guidance from something bigger than you. So as you start to expand the gold in your 7th chakra, and you've put your dumpster outside your bubble of protection, and you're expanding this gold, you're moving out any thoughts, feelings, and beliefs that are not you in this present moment. Anything that interferes with your ability to receive that guidance and to trust what you intuitively know. I know that we get gut feelings. We get intuitive senses, and we feel them in different parts of our body. But this is a gate. This is a little doorway. So expanding the gold and moving out the things that interfere with your knowing. If you've grown up in a high control environment of any kind, there can be other people's knowing that has restricted your ability to trust yourself and your knowing. Moving all of that out right now into that dumpster. It is not yours. The more you do this, the more you create space for your knowing to come through. And as you do this, you might feel different things in your body. Not everybody is feeling a lot of sensation or emotion. Just note it. Go ahead and blow that dumpster up, turn it to gold. Whatever's yours comes back to you through the top of your head, and what's not yours gets composted into the universe. And in this moment, feeling the full length of your body, feeling that space around you, an arm's length out, your bubble of protection, all filled with gold. And asking yourself, what are the structures that I need to put in place? Maybe it's a practice like this, maybe it's something else. Just now that we've cleared out your knowing, ask yourself, based on what I want to have more of in my life, whether that's prioritizing my relationships, prioritizing my creative life, my work life, my spiritual connection, what structures externally and internally would best support me? And just sit and see what arises, what images or words come. What do you hear or see or feel? And even taking this time, you're igniting a structure. And ask yourself if there's any chakra that felt extra sticky or needs some extra attention. What does it need? What's the quality that would nourish this center? Is it more peace? Is it clarity? Is it kindness? Whatever the quality is, ask yourself what color you would associate, and just trust whatever comes. Trust that you're right. Whatever you receive is perfect. So let's say it's love and it's green. And you feel it and you're like, oh, my heart needs a little more love today. Imagine that you can take a very condensed shade of green, put it above the top of your head, and imagine that the most beautiful golden light can flow through it and go right to wherever it's needed. And maybe it's your heart, maybe it's other nooks and crannies, and just let it, like you are a sponge, you can absorb and take in as much of that as you need. There's an abundant amount of love available. And when you are saturated, when you're done, also saying to yourself, I can always come back to this. If I need more, I can always come back. Go ahead and bend forward, touch the earth, touch the ground to balance your energy. And when you're ready, you can sit up and open your eyes. And say to yourself, make some kind of commitment. What structures do I want to put in place? What kind of support do I need to do that? What kind of accountability? Is it a friend? Is it a group? Is it a practitioner or a sangha? Is it waking up a half an hour early to do a certain practice? It's like, what's going to best support me in creating the life I want to create? Thank you so much for your time. Your time is precious. Your energy is precious. Thank you so much for joining me. If this felt helpful, you can find previous episodes on YouTube under LaidOPEN Podcast, Anarchist Medicine. Or you can listen to LaidOPEN Podcast via YouTube or anywhere else you listen to audio versions of podcasts. Only the last 2 seasons are available on YouTube, and there are 6 seasons. So you can always feel free to reach out to me. Let me know if this meditation is helpful. As always, thanks for being present with me.